Another round? On me.
I haven't really been able to enjoy this place ever since that thing with Lucia.
You're right. I don't come here as often as I used to, for obvious reasons. But there's no denying the man still has the best wine in the city.
That reminds me, what happened to Marcellus Vipsanius?
Why did you bring him up? Honestly, I don't give a shit. He deserved to suffer. Wouldn't undo the damage he has done, though.
Doesn't matter. It's about justice.
And if justice means I'll never see my family again? Not for me. Some Kents or another magistra should look into that kind of thing.
Caeso paterfamilias. Sounds odd still.
It's also significantly more difficult than being a Centurio.
I find that hard to believe.
Have you ever tried to command an infant? It doesn't listen to you. At all.
So what is your plan? Settling down with your child? Getting married?
By Jupiter, do I seem like the marrying type to you? I'll check in on the kid occasionally and make sure they want for nothing. Perhaps I'll find some new war to join. Although I may wait until Lurko is no longer consul. I would never fight for that man.
Consul Lurko. It was always just a matter of time.
It was still a disgrace. He hasn't even turned 40 yet. The corruption is so blatant these days. What was that?
Something serious seems to be happening outside. We'd better take a look.
Let me grab my sword. Gauls are attacking Rome. But that's suicidal.
Domine, your mother may be in danger. We should check on her.
Caeso, find Kalida and Bestia and be quick!
At once.
I'll go get my plane. What can you do against these rabid Gauls? This way! Run!
Silent all of a sudden, huh?
Where are those accursed lictors when you need them?
Dead! They're all dead! Is the consul dead? I've heard the consul is dead.
Which one?
I don't know.
Come on, show yourself! I dare you! Children are good. Come to my aid. Where's my wife? Leave yourselves! Where she went? They will burn the entire city down. We should flee to Austria. I heard they killed everyone. That must have heard. It's too late. The Romans scatter before us like headless chickens. It's not as bad as it looks. To the Temple of Saturn!
There you are. I got Calida and Best here.
We cut a sway through the barbarians. None shall stand in our way.
This Serwis is alive.
Domine,
Are you alright? Where's my mother?
everyone's dead. I couldn't save them. The barbarians were looking for you.
What? Why would a random bunch of Gallic warriors be looking for me?
This looks less and less like an unfortunate coincidence.
It seems like these Gauls were deliberately targeting you.
What else did they say?
I don't know. My knowledge of their language is limited. They were talking about their Patronus at one point, but I could not catch his name.
How many of them are there?
At least 4. But it happened so fast. I was trying to get your mother to safety.
Where is she?
She tried to hide in the study. I'm sorry. They were everywhere. We have failed you.
They will pay for this.
Steel yourselves. We have to find my mother.
It sounds like there are people in the study.
No time to waste.
Domina.
Cowards! Face me!
Serves you right.
That the last of them? Truly.
Make way! Make way, I said!
Will mother make it?
She lost a lot of blood. It does not look good. We need to keep her warm.
Are we too late?
There was nothing more we could have done. We arrived as soon as we were able.
Kaizo, what about your family?
Don't worry about it. By the grace of Wester, they were not even in Rome.
Is there something I can do?
You should rest. That's the best thing you can do now.
The Senate is bound to call a meeting. They'll surely declare war. We already have most of the team back together, except for one. Deianira is in the dungeon awaiting her execution. After this attack, I believe we may have the leverage we need to get her out of there.
I have to find a way to free her.
You should go and sort things out before you head to the Senate. We can't be sure we'll get another chance.
They finally let you in. Heard you had been trying to see me.
How are you holding up?
I am where I belong. I have caused much harm.
The people you killed, did they deserve it?
No. Silvius was only one I came for. But it got away from me.
I heard you saved the women there.
He said they were there by own choice. I knew he lied. I thought I was saving them, but they looked at me with exact same fear in their eyes. I hoped this guilt I carry every day would fade when I had vengeance. But still, when I think of her, I feel pressure around my heart.
Tell me about your sister.
Her name was Tusa. She was 2 years younger than me. She loved horses more than anything else, and they seemed to love her back. She was my best friend. We braided each other's hair and hunted rabbits. We were always competing together against our brothers, and we always won.
Rome will be at war soon, and I need you by my side. They will let you go if I say so.
You have done too much for me already. If you set me free, my black deeds will stick to your soul. I will not burden you with that. If I stay here and face my execution, maybe I will be redeemed in the eyes of the wise lord.
You can't keep running for your past. You must accept your guilt, Zerici.
I have accepted it. Don't you see? That's why I'm here.
This isn't about the people you killed, is it? This is about Tusa.
It seems you understand me better than I understand myself.
The shape of a lake can be seen from the shore, but not when you are under the water.
It was my fault that she died.
How could it have been your fault?
You wouldn't understand.
Maybe it was. I wasn't there. But whatever blame you deserve, you must forgive yourself.
There is no forgiveness without justice.
Would you forgive her if your roles had been reversed?
I would. Of course I would.
Then forgive yourself.
Maybe one day, I will be able to. I guess that will not happen if I am executed though, huh? Fine. You are good at this, you know. Let's go.
As per today's augury...
Orcus, take your auguries, Cicero. The Gauls attacked us. Here, in Rome. Do we really need the gods' opinions to decide on today's relatio?
Webius Vitellius Lurco, you will respect the Senate and its procedures.
Then the Senate must respect the people of Rome.
The Senate is the people of Rome.
Our most esteemed senators and officials seem very much alive to my eyes. The same cannot be said for the men and women who were slain in Ostia. My own brother's villa was attacked. He and his wife almost died. Her mother was not as fortunate. Gallic barbarians just marched through the streets of Rome killing noblewomen. Frankly, I have no idea why her brother is keeping silent. I'd be outraged. I am outraged.
What is the purpose of this meeting anyway? Are we seriously considering the possibility of not doing anything?
There. See? Even he understands me. Despite the rivalry between our families, he understands how this is beyond any personal ambition or issue. Senators, Romans, we are the sons of wolves. We are proud as we should naturally be. But in our pride, we have grown docile and meek, allowing jackals to attack us without fear. They were laughing. With blood in their eyes, they've slaughtered our own wives and daughters. And what have we done since then? What are we doing now? Nothing. Nothing but endless debates and discussions. I say the time for philosophers is past. Now is the time for warriors. I say we strike now. We shall encircle them like the wolves we are. I say we attack. What say you?
I say, cease your populist posturing, Vitellius Lurco. Senators, we are at the heart of our republic, discussing what's perhaps the most important relatio of this age. And you behave like hysterical...
And you behave like a spoiled child who's trying to wear his father's sandals.
Do not test me, Vitellius Lurco. Speak out of turn again, and I shall see you dragged in chains right into the closest dungeon.
Watch and know your words, Cicero. You are speaking to a consul of Rome and the representative of its people.
You are as well. I hold the Imperium. I alone can determine the course of this discussion. Nothing happens without my consent. That is
and
why...
maybe that's why this needs to change.
What?
Yeah. Citizens, friends, I apologize for my outburst, and I apologize to you, Cicero. I was out of turn indeed.
I'm not sure what you're playing.
It's my frustration talking. Even though I am your co-consul and still new to this world of politics, you are a man of words, Kikero. I believe this crisis we're in requires a man of action. For this reason, I propose, with great humility, that this Senate should consider electing me as dictator until this situation ends.
What in Jupiter's name are you talking about? How is this going to help?
Obviously, we need to act fast. If every decision is to be discussed and approved in the Senate, there is no way we can win this war against the Gauls. They do not have a Senate. We need a commander who's passionate and skillful enough to lead the war effort, swiftly and efficiently.
And that man is you, Lurko?
Vitellius Lurko may be consul, but that doesn't make him a skilled commander of legions. His experience in warcraft is minimal.
There's no way I can support this. We have 2 consuls for a reason. Without oversight, you'll be nearly omnipotent.
I understand your concern. Honestly, I wish I was omnipotent. Then I could bring all of our dead friends back from the depths of Dis. But now, we should focus on preventing more deaths.
And we achieve this by attacking Gallia?
It is difficult for a non-military mind to understand this. War causes death, true. But in this case, it will be to prevent even more death.
When do you imagine you would give up the dictatorship?
When it ends. Preferably sooner than later. But I shall try to achieve a swift victory and subjugate Gallia as soon as possible.
Just like the other campaigns you have led. Oh, wait. There are none. This is unbelievable. The man is clearly trying to manipulate you. I'm all for attacking Gallia, but at least send someone who knows how to fight.
Like you?
Absolutely. Or Cotta, who is an accomplished commander himself. Even Kikero would be a better commander.
Yet instead of fighting, he prefers talking.
I prefer order and respect, not yelling like spoiled brats, disrespecting the very core of what makes us Romans.
Oh, come on, Kikero. I'm not in favor of declaring Lurko as dictator, but surely you agree we must act right now.
What if I lead the war together with an experienced commander as my advisor?
And take one of your equally incapable lackeys with you? How would that help?
I shall lead a consular army into Gallia, in command of one half of our military might, while the other half is controlled by someone who has absolutely no reason to like me. What do you say to that, heir of Lucullus? Will you join forces with me? After all, these men are right. I need the support and the experience of a commander as skilled as you.
It would be my honor.
Then it is set. We march for Gallia.
It sounds like a reasonable compromise. If anyone dislikes Lurko more than Kikero right now, it is this man.
That sounds fine to me. He has proven himself to be a reliable commander.
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
I can see there is no sense in trying to have a civilized conversation about this. Very well. Have it your way then. But we will not do this like animals. We still have to vote on it. If we execute this plan, it means Vitellius Lurko will be dictator for the duration of the Gallia campaign. More importantly, it means Rome is declaring war on Gallia.
The war has already been declared. We're going to finish it.
All those in favor of this solution to the relatio?
Oh, good. Exactly where I want to be. Surrounded by 6,000 men loyal to our archenemy.
Vitellius Lurko is the consul of Rome. We're safe. At least for now.
The word safe has far too much margin of error to be of comfort.
Awe legate. Sowete legionare. The consul was expecting you. Please lay down your weapons before you proceed.
Of course. I trust you will take good care of them.
Naturally. You can trust me.
You do have a trustworthy face, Legionary. Very well. Do not disappoint me.
A wise choice. We're not done yet. You may have a hidden Pugio or two underneath that armor. You will be strip searched.
We have nothing to hide. I'd advise against touching Khalida, though. She has a contagious affliction.
Leprosy, Domine. She has a rare form of leprosy.
I pledge to devote the remainder of my life to fighting for the glory of Rome.
Would you kindly drop that Pugio you're hiding then?
All right. Wasn't my favourite Pugio, anyway.
Observant little bastard, isn't he?
I have given all my weapons. If you lay hand on me, I will take away your ability to have children. No weapon needed.
I don't think any further strip searching will be necessary.
Observant and wise.
Look, there! Isn't that the Legatus of Victrix?
What is he doing here? Sticking his nose in our business?
I don't like that we let these Idwe come and go from our camp as they please.
Me neither. I don't trust them one bit.
Have you seen that the barbarians let their women fight?
Desperate, clearly.
I dunno. There's something attractive about a woman charging you, with a sword in her hand and murder in her eyes.
They're a bunch of jaded old men who have no taste for glory any longer. Why would they?
They already fought and bled in 2 campaigns for their beloved Legatus. And what do they have to show for it? Not a thing.
Salve Legate. Welcome to the land of Gallia.
Ave, Consul. Should we get down to business then?
I always forget about your disdain for small talk. As you wish. First of all, I would like to express how your presence honors me, Legate. These Gallic barbarians are numerous and cunning, but with you on my side, we shall be triumphant.
You seem unusually friendly towards me, Lurko. What are you up to this time?
You wound me. I know, in the past, we haven't seen eye to eye. That is no secret. But I always felt the animosity between us stemmed from a misunderstanding. Don't forget that you are my brother-in-law. The barbarians tried to kill you. Now, they shall suffer our vengeance.
If you say so.
That is what I say indeed.
So how do we find the people who attacked us?
We may not need to find the exact people, for we all know they were Gallic. This was an attack on Rome itself. In other words, the culprit is most likely one of their many chieftains. We merely have to defeat them all.
You and Bestia would get along. This is an army with 2 commanders, though. Who decides which target to attack?
I would never presume to tell you what you should do. You have all the authority over your own legion, just as I have over mine. You are free to execute whatever stratagem you see fit.
Let us start then, and we shall see whose legion shall perform better.
A challenge. I like it. Unfortunately, our legions have a problem, and we need to solve that first. Commanding a massive consular army is comforting, but it also means we'll have to feed our legionari. And let me tell you, Legate, we don't have enough food. Price we pay for mobilizing fast. As such, we will have to strike a deal with the local tribes sympathetic to our cause. A couple of chieftains agreed to help us. We shall meet them and negotiate a deal. Naturally, I'll be there to help you. Just in case.
Just in case what?
You are a great warrior. There's no doubt about that. Navigating the treacherous waters of Gallic politics may require more tact, however. You will take the lead, of course. I shall only provide counsel and support.
They have more than one chieftain.
Most certainly. This land is infested with numerous tribes, each ruled by the wealthiest and most powerful men. They rarely come together under one banner.
Who are these chieftains?
They are called Duatiacus and Dumnorix. Such arrogant names.
You seem to know them reasonably well. Why don't you do the talking?
One of the chieftains specifically requested your presence. Suspicious, I know. I say, let us humor them and give them what they desire. At least, for now.
I understand. We will move as soon as we're ready.
Very well. I have the utmost confidence in your abilities. Do not disappoint me. Salve, Legate. How can I help you?
Why are you doing this, Lurko?
Why do we ever do the things we do? For the glory and security of Rome. What else?
Why do you think Gallia attacked us?
They are under pressure from constant raids by the Germanic tribes east of the river Rhenus. In Latium, they see a land of plenty, far removed from their even more barbaric enemy. It was only a matter of time before they decided to leave their own lands and seek to take ours. But they made a mistake by trying to assassinate a high-ranking official such as you. Our vengeance will be terrible and swift.
You know, I could finish this campaign much faster if I had full command of both legions.
I have nothing but confidence in your abilities, Legate. It's just that this is the first time we're fighting against an organized enemy such as Gallia. We should not take any risk. We need our best commanders in the field, don't we?
Why are you here, then?
Humor is the signifier of a brilliant mind, they say. We're lucky to have you on our side.
We'll speak later. Deep down a narrow valley, I noticed a settlement of no more than 3 huts and a pen full of what seemed to be partly domesticated boars. The livestock surely seemed a bit too much for such a small village. As I approached the boars, a few angry-looking women emerged from the huts to confront us. Only one of them spoke Latin, and her accent was difficult for everyone to understand. She referred to me as the Eagle, and she wanted us to leave the boar alone. Else the boar's vengeance would be terrible, she added. She and her 2 comrades apparently intended to protect the boars with their lives. This isn't worth the trouble. Let's get out of here. The women seemed pleasantly surprised. Their leader thanked me in her broken Latin and then asked me to wait as she disappeared into one of the huts. I waited for an uncomfortable amount of time as the other 2 just stood there and smiled awkwardly at us. When their leader finally emerged again, she's holding a talisman in her hands. It's shaped like a boar. She told me it would bring me good luck.
Were you in both Greece and Africa as well?
I sat Africa out. I really wanted to join up and avenge Lucullus, but my wife had just given birth and the farm was doing well. You know how it is.
The only thing you missed out on was terrible sunburn and lots of sand in your underwear. But at least the pay was good.
I was sent over to Legio Ferrata's camp with some supplies. They sure are a strange bunch.
Oh? The rumours I heard made them sound like a bunch of rookies.
A lot of them are very wet behind the ears, but all the Centurianas are. I don't know, thugs, lowlives, and criminals.
What? Really?
The ones I met, at least. It's like they were handpicked from the worst collegia of Rome.
A legion of thugs and rookies. Sounds like a riot.
All quiet.
My Hercules, I forgot about the cats. How can they still be here?
I believe the priestess of Ubast has placed her curse on our legatus. It seems to have followed us to Gaul.
I should have brought along my dog.
Awe, Legate. What strange and impractical weapon do you want me to forge today?
No weapon is too impractical if you can swing it with enough force, Sextus.
Oe, Legate. Would you and your Praetorian guards spar with my Contubernian? It would be an honor.
You are still with us, Gavius. I would have expected you to be retired by now.
In Rome, I am a teacher of children. Noisy little rascals with no respect for their elders. The soldiers I teach here look up to me and listen carefully because they know their lives depend on what I have to tell them.
Caeso, of the myriad lands you have visited, which one was the best?
Hispania, easily.
Why?
Delicious food and beautiful women.
What else?
I don't know what else you'd need.
Have you come to drink with us?
I'm trying to figure out what kind of game Lurko is playing.
During the Grand Championship, I had to fight a giant Samnite. He was the most skillful opponent I had ever encountered, and he was easily twice my size. Do you know how I defeated him?
You found an ally against him.
Quite the opposite. I allied with him against an Egyptian gladiator who was also in the arena fighting for the title. I told the Samnite that the Egyptian called his mother a whore.
Did he?
He looked like the kind of guy who would call someone's mother a whore. Now understand that the Samnite was going to kill the Egyptian anyway. Eventually, I just changed his priorities. Together we fought and killed the Egyptian. When the Samnite's guard was down and he was celebrating his kill with me, I swung my axe and severed his head.
Very shrewd.
It was. The Samnite was foolish to trust me, and he paid the price. My point is this. You might be the Samnite, and Lurko is like me. You will fight together, and when you least expect it, he will kill you. Do not let your guard down.
I won't.
Good.
Ever thought you'd be coming to Gallia?
I did not. I have met a few gladiators from Gallia, though. They are not to be taken lightly. I do not like their land, I must say. Too many forests and hills. Hard to spot an enemy marching towards you. We need to be careful here.
About your sister.
Sometimes I think about that night. I still do not know why she would run from me. It doesn't make any sense. But I don't want to talk about this.
I understand.
Thank you.
What do you need, my friend?
How do you feel about working for Lurko?
Like a fox in a trap. Until now, he has always been one move ahead of us. But now it feels like we're playing a game of his devising, and he holds all the pieces and all the dice. Honestly, I don't know how to win.
I guess we'll have to roll the dice and see.
I don't like gambling, especially when I'm betting lives.
Do you like it here in Gallia?
There's nothing to like. It's damp and cold. But at least I'm not boiling inside my armor like we were back in Africa. You know, I've been to Lutetia before. Don't be fooled by their smiling faces. The Gauls are tough people.
I wanted to thank you for coming here to help me. You didn't have to.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss the chance. Nokia and our child are safe in your villa. And besides, no one can domesticate Caeso Quinctius Aquilinus.
How's the morale in the Legion?
Ask Orestes. As far as I can tell, everyone's fiercely loyal to you. But most of them have their doubts about the consul. And of course, there's always the chance we have more of those Weeksy spies within our ranks. No telling if or when they would act.
You heard what happened to Belisarius?
That he was drunk on duty and fell off the wall and broke something.
His leg. What an idiot. I hope they reassign him to Ferrata for this. He'd be right at home over there.
Your wisdom is awe-inspiring. Thanks to you, my humble store grew into a full-blown market. Simply magnificent.
Something you want to discuss?
What do you make of this campaign?
His war of fools, I think. Your countrymen are fools to believe Lurko's lies. The Gauls are fools to stand against us. And we are fools for getting caught up in it.
This fool is glad to have you here with us.
You got me out of a very dark place. Now I am here to do the same for you.
Took a big hit on the side of my head when we took Alexandria. A helmet saved me, but My hearing's never been the same.
I feel you. This huge Berber guy caught me square in the shoulder with a club. Now I can't raise my arm above my head.
I got this limp from Greece. Got pushed off a siege ladder at Kolkerdon.
See this tooth I'm missing? Scrawny little girl smashed a jug on my face in Memphis for grabbing her ass. Legate, I am at your service as always.
Our way, Legate.
Domine.
Why would the Gauls attack Rome?
They wouldn't. Under the rule of Vercingetorix, Gallia was said to be a true opponent for Rome. They were quite safe in their current position. An attack like this doesn't make any tactical sense at all. My guess is there's someone else behind this. Either that or the entirety of Gallia has spontaneously lost their minds.
What do you know about Gallia?
Most Romans think of Gallia as a land of unrefined barbarians. Not many things could be further from the truth. Gallia is home to some of the fiercest warriors you can find outside of the Republic. It has always been a land fractured between countless tribes and chieftains, but it seems that a king, called Vercingetorix, has recently united them.
To what end?
Who knows? Unity and peace, we should hope, but conquest and expansion is a more probable cause.
You look tired, my friend.
I am an old man. My mind may still be sharp, but my limbs are tired. I am content, however, thanks to you. I often think back to that day in Greece, when I faced my old rival. It feels good to know that I could best him fairly. Perhaps when our work is finished, I can go back to my hometown after all, and die there in peace.
I'll do whatever I can to arrange it.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
All is well, I hope.
Our initial position here is not favorable, but we must endure. We're fighting on foreign land against highly skilled warriors who know the terrain inside out. Despite that, we have made a good start. But as usual, some situations will need your personal attention. You will need to take care of whatever problems arise.
As usual, huh?
Indeed, as usual. It is best not to underestimate the Gauls. They may be barbarians, but they are formidable warriors. They are also well-armed and cunning. A land we conquer can quickly turn into a breeding ground for a rebellion, if we fail to pay attention.
Do you expect anything particularly interesting?
Gallia is an interesting place, full of weird gods and a multitude of tribes. It's best to be on our toes.
This is a colossal waste of time.
I know, and I wish we had good relationships with all Gallic tribes. Unfortunately, we are not well liked here. We may be able to use the feuds between these tribes to our advantage, but some will always resist civilization with all the cunning and trickery of the barbarian.
I don't want my best people on these trivial tasks.
It's a strange kind of situation, I admit. These tasks are not important enough to warrant your personal attention, yet they do demand to be, well, taken seriously.
Very well. Let me know, as usual.
Of course, Legate. It is best to react to these situations as soon as possible. Legio Victrix is fighting on two fronts now. We can't afford any distractions. Our way, Legate.
Be well.
Come to keep me company?
Why do you think Lurker wanted our company?
He got himself declared dictator, and now he's on a mission to avenge the innocent, helpless, yet honorable citizens of Rome. He will conquer Gallia, make the barbarians pay for the things they did, and return home to be hailed as a hero of the people.
And I'm what, his well-mannered but inept service?
You are a loose end. The final annoying wrinkle in his plan. And people die in wars, you know?
Have you ever been to Gallia before?
I grew up with stories of Gallia and its savage warriors, of their irresistible ruggedness and, oh, so romantic, barbaric ways. My mother had an affair with a Gallic gladiator, and as usual, she was full of shit. I've never been to Gallia before, but after everything I've been through, I don't think I can be disappointed.
You are finally free to stop running and stay in Rome, and then I bring you here to fight this liar's war.
Listen, I would never have won my freedom without Cicero's help, and Cicero would never have helped me if not for you. There's no place I'd rather be right now than by your side, helping to keep you alive.
By the will of Tutatis, the Romans have arrived, as foretold.
It is your time to shine. Prove to me you're not just a mindless warrior, but also a skilled diplomat.
You must be Dumnorix.
We are not Dumnorix. In your tongue we are called Divitiacus. He who is known as Dumnorix is a brother to us.
It is I, Roman. I am he who is known as the King of the World.
My apologies. I am Tullus Romilius Nasica of Rome. I require your hospitality and help.
Apologies do not revive the wrongfully slain. Do enlighten us as to the nature of the help you require, Roman.
I'm sure you know Consul Vitellius Lurco. On his recommendation, I seek an audience with Chief Dumnorix.
All we ask in return is your friendship.
And do you always get what you want?
Who are you supposed to be?
My name is for my friends. You may call me Vercingetorix, the king of warrior kings. I rule the Arwani. Divitiacus and Dumnorix are my friends, and the Aedui whom they rule are allies of my people. I wish I could say it were nice to meet you, but under the circumstances that would obviously be absurd.
King of warrior kings, you say?
That is what they call me, and what my name means in your language. I am the one who has united the tribes.
Why should I talk to you and not Dumnorix or Divitiacus?
Divitiacus stubbornly defends his people's fragile and ill-advised alliance with the Romans. And Dumnorix is simply not fond of striking deals with bloodthirsty murderers. Let us say, I represent a kind of middle ground.
I am not a murderer. I hope I will get a chance to assuage your fears.
You have much work to do if you wish to make up for the actions of your countrymen.
Our legion needs supplies, and I need to know I can count on you.
You will receive supplies. It is foretold.
My brother speaks out of turn, for he is not the leader of the Aedui. I am. We will give you the supplies you ask for, but expect no more from us, or you shall be disappointed.
Your druid friend is quite the character.
He is the one who talks to the three deaths and sees into the future. He may seem friendly, but druids can be very dangerous. I advise you to watch your words.
You did not come here just to have a friendly chat. You want something from me.
Cease this unprovoked invasion and leave immediately. Of course, I know your bloodthirsty nature will prevent you from doing that. You will not be satisfied until you've enslaved every single one of us. Feel free to try, Roman. You'll find that Gallia is like no other land.
Your people may have conspired with my rival to attack my own home and killed my mother. This is enough of a provocation for you?
What are you talking about? No one would attack Rome itself. That would be beyond insanity. Do you think my people are dumb?
Lies! The Roman is lying. He's trying to trick you. I told you this was a bad idea.
Even if one of the kings did harbor such ambitions, they would never act on them without my knowledge.
Who do you think would try to do something like this?
I could name a few who might.
If what you say is indeed true, Roman, your attacker was no king. There are many warriors among us who offer their services to whomever wants to pay.
Assuming we were attacked by mercenaries, as you say, it still leaves the question. Who hired them?
With all due respect, I believe that's beside the point. A savage attack was carried out by Gallic forces. It matters very little if they were hired or not.
It matters to me. Roman, you spin an intriguing yarn. I shall look into this, and if you're telling the truth, I shall find whoever's responsible. Meanwhile, stop attacking my people.
I can't do that. My hands are tied.
What about the consul's hands?
As a consul, I am bound by the will of the people.
What does that even mean? Do you not rule Rome?
On the contrary, I am her servant.
We will see each other again, if Tyrannus wills it. Until then, I grant the Aedui Limited permission to engage in trade with the Romans.
The Aedui alone, I assume.
Of course. It's not like the Eburones would deal with the Romans anyway.
I shall discuss the details with Chief Norix then.
You shall not. Trade is a matter of peace. My brother shall take care of the details. You shall talk to me again when we're at war.
I believe there's nothing more to discuss at this juncture. Until we meet again. Ueletti, as you say.
The time has come. Let us speak now.
Is your brother offended by our presence? Is that why he left?
Our brother left now, for now was the time for him to leave. His distaste for your company has very little to do with it.
Shall we discuss the details of our agreement?
Of details, there is not much to discuss. You will receive what you will receive, and that is what we will provide.
What if that's not enough?
Then it is not enough.
You are a man of few words.
We speak only when there are things to say. Some speak when there's nothing to say. Some do not speak at all.
How do we proceed now?
The question is well phrased. To make use of the supplies we will give you, you must survive.
Is your brother planning to betray us?
Our brother is a man of honor and dignity. He is not fond of betrayals, nor betrayers. You do not know Orgetorix.
Indeed I don't. Should I?
You don't, and now you will. Orgetorix is the leader of the Helvetii. The Helvetii are currently gathering in order to attack and destroy your legions.
Why do the Helvetii wish to destroy us?
You have invaded our lands.
Who are the Helvetii?
The people of the mountains to the east of here.
And you're telling me these things because...
We stand for peace. Orgetorix seeks war. Though many believe otherwise, peace is not achieved through war.
Who exactly is this Orgetorix?
He is an honorable king. He is strong, courageous, and wealthy. He will destroy your legions if he is not stopped.
This puts us in a difficult position. What would you have us do?
Ordinarily, I would prefer to avoid bloodshed. But a preemptive attack seems like the most sensible action here.
I disagree. A peaceful solution can be reached if we can just talk to this Orgetorix.
Your opinion is noted. In this case, I believe you are wrong. You are ordered to attack and destroy these Helvetii. Killing Orgetorix should prove how powerful our legions are, and send a clear message to other Gallic tribes that we are not to be trifled with.
But I believe Orgetorix will be more valuable alive.
It is your duty to follow my command. You think when I tell you to think. You act as I tell you to act. I shall lead the frontal attack with Legio Ferrata, while you circle around with your speculatores. Trapped between us, Orgetorix should fall quickly. The rest will disperse once the head of the snake is severed.
And I assume you'll be commanding the legion safely from the back while my people are risking their lives.
I am merely getting out of your way. After all, when it comes to this kind of operation, you are the expert. In the unlikely event that something goes wrong, you can always rely on me. Deploy your legion when you are ready.
Is it wise to plan this attack in front of a Gallic chieftain?
It was him who provided the information. I assume for some reason this is precisely what he wants.
Are you fine with this, Diplodocus?
The three care not about emotions. That which is to be done will be done.
Very well. Let us move.
Have you need of us?
Why do you always refer to yourself in the plural?
When we address you, we do not merely do so as a man. We represent the will of all Aedui.
And we'll talk to you later, Diplodocus.